Buen dia. It's Genrin Mania. I kinda just wanted to speak about K-pop in the month and year of August 2022. Because disclaimer, I have a lot of feelings. This is my first video and I don't have much to say for an introduction considering this was very in the moment and something I randomly decided to do. I hope nothing I say in today's video really hurts anyone's feelings. Although I don't think K-pop is that deep, so it really shouldn't. I also will be speaking on the whole new jeans controversy because I think it's important that we speak on things like this to make sure people are paying attention. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First we have Girls' Generation with Forever One. I'm going to be honest, initially this song was not a standout to me. Actually it still kind of isn't. But what I will say is that over time it has grown on me, specifically actually just the chorus. The song is not a bad, so I think it's just generic and doesn't feel epic enough for us to have waited this long. I feel like SM didn't put as much effort into them as they should have. The song just feels somewhat outdated. I will say the music video was cute and I liked some of the styling, but the song isn't what it should be when we had to wait 5 years for a full group comeback. I think the album also wasn't quite up to standard either. There weren't any songs that I feel were really standouts on the album, which is unfortunate to me. Although I would like to give them credit for still feeling so cohesive as a group after 15 years. They all had such good energy and presence throughout promotions, and I think at the end of the day the song was for the fans. I'd give the song a 7 out of 10. So Talk That Talk by Twice. I know onces aren't going to like this, but I have to be honest and say that this song is just mid. This is probably one of their most generic title tracks ever. I miss when Twice made hits, but after Feel Special I don't think they've had many strong comebacks. This song, like Forever One, is not a bad song, it's just boring and generic. The rap was definitely one of their weakest raps, and I feel like the girls themselves don't come alive while performing this song. The album is okay, I just don't really care for their English sides, and it's happening a lot more, and I would just love for that to not be the case. I don't think English besides are their strong point. The production just doesn't often hit. Nayeon and Sana stand out the most for me this era, and I think the song is a 6 out of 10. The girls all look stunning, so I think that at least is worth mentioning. After Like by IVE. This for me was one of the stronger August releases. I do think the song is kind of bland, but maybe that's just because it's kind of understated. I still like the song, and again it's definitely a good song. I have noticed that Liz kind of went from main vocalist to sub-vocalist, and that really bothers me. I think this song would have slightly benefited more from her having more lines, because I feel certain lines she could better executed. I also noticed that she's been getting less screen time, and I think the reason is very clear, and all I have to say is Starship need to do better, and I won't even elaborate. I think Satisfaction is my least favorite side from them so far, but it's still an okay song. I love that Ray is getting more lines because she's probably the next strongest vocalist behind Liz and Eugen. Overall the song for me is a 7.7 out of 10, but we'll just give it an 8 because this month is a pretty big disappointment. Pink Venom by Blackpink. This song feels filler. There's nothing special about it, and it falls in line with what I've been saying about all of the other tracks. It's just boring. It doesn't feel like anything special, and you can tell it's a pre-release because it feels like it was just released to shut fans up. The music video was very exhausting, and the amount of cuts made it unpleasant to watch. I think this is a very common opinion, so I don't think I need to say much more. I haven't really been impressed with their music for a while, so I'm hoping their album will make up for it. The song is not a bad song, it's just they have better music by comparison. This song would be a 7 out of 10 for me. This formula is tired. New Jeans Cookie hurt high boy attention. I know this is a relatively short video, but I wanted to end the video off with what I believe to be the strongest release of the month. I know technically the only song here released in August was Cookie, but I wanted to give praise to the whole EP. But first I would like to speak about the controversy around their debut, so trigger warning for anyone uncomfortable with the topics. I'm going to be completely frank and say I 100% believe Cookie is an inappropriate song for minors to debut with. The lyrics are very clearly inappropriate in my genuine opinion. I think the statement from Adore was not good enough. Despite that, I still want to show these girls support because they are all so talented and they worked just as hard to debut as any other idols. I myself understand people being uncomfortable with the suggestive lyrics and sometimes choreography, and I think it's important that we keep calling it out. I will support them because they have already debuted. The most important thing for us to do at this point is to make sure we make it known that certain things surrounding the group comes off as weird and not okay. On a lighter note, I want to say that I'm so happy with this new group. I think vocally they are on a very good level and almost all could be at least lead vocals, and I want to specifically say that I love Heron's vocals and tone. I think they bring a fresh take on 4th gen K-pop, although the sound itself is not new. I love that they all have a similar look and their styling is very intentional. Definitely think some of it should be dialed down to fit their ages, but for the most part I think they are styled really nicely. I know Attention is their breakout single, but I really enjoy Hype Boy, Hurt and even Cookie more. If Cookie was sung by a different group, a group without minors, I think it would have had a better delivery. I rate Cookie an 8 out of 10 because the song is undeniably a good song with great production, but I can't deny the lyrics come off as suggestive. Hurt I rate an 8 out of 10 as well. I think it's such a soft song that really highlights the voices of Hani, Danielle, and Heron. Hype Boy 9/10, so good IDC, I'm not even going to elaborate. Attention is a 7 out of 10. Overall I think New Jeans had the strongest release in August and the whole summer. So that's it for today's video. I know it was a short list, but I mostly only listen to girl groups, so I don't have anything to say about boy groups or soloists. August was kind of a letdown for me, to be completely honest, but after the love died, Feel My Rhythm, Fearless era, I feel like releases have been really boring since. Anyway, stream Nat Fairy by Yeri and Sam Kim. Also would like to say that I am actually only slightly further in age from the New Jeans members, and even I feel somewhat kinda odd fully standing them, so I completely understand why people are kind of unsure about how to feel when it comes to standing. This was my first video that I literally edited in less than a day, so please don't go in on my editing. I just wanted to try something different. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and remember, leaving nasty comments won't change how I feel.